And I pulled up your Facebook page.
Okay, so hold on.
What?
I wonder if we could do this.
Oh, wait, do you want to show the post of the stream?
Oh, I can unless it's mine.
Yes.
And can I share it to an individual?
Let's try.
To a friend's profile?
And then type in.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, no, I thought our Facebook page was something different.
We can't do it to her Facebook page.
I thought we could. This is her Facebook page.
That's my Facebook page. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. It's okay. Then push post.
Oh, okay.
That's her personal Facebook page.
I thought.
No, you could put it on that. You could put it on that.
Okay. I just want to see something.
Yeah. It says share to a page, and it only gives me the ones I can.
Type on the just type the Facebook name. No,
Oh,
AD, right?
Okay.
No, okay, I guess right. I see what you're saying. All right, so it's on her personal. There we go.
Okay, so now do I do anything?
Let's see. No, you're all right.
but you have it labeled. Oh, there we are.
There you go.
Okay.
There are subtitles here. And just checking your others.
I hope I didn't share the test stream. Because I thought I deleted that, but it was from 9 minutes ago.
That was from when you had me cut off the stream. I told you it was streaming, you had me cut it off. Okay, I'll type in her name again.
All right.
Okay, so that's set up, and I just want to double check your YouTube. Here you go, you're streaming. Live.
Okay.
Last thing is and there it is. Oh, in the group.
Okay.
So that's all set up for you. And then when you're done with the stream, because people are waiting in the room. When you're done with the stream, you're gonna click here. See this pull down arrow? And you're gonna do that. And you can press stop live stream, and then you can sign off and end the meeting. Oh.
You have to monitor the phone.
Yep. Love you.
I love you too. Why is the recording paused? Hey, Jim.
How's everybody?
Oh, good.
Good.
Okay.
The gods were in my favor because I have an appointment canceled. So I thought, oh, I can join.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Work out. Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm tired.
Okay, I just didn't know if that was supposed to be that way. I'll wait till 7 o'clock. It's streaming now, but I don't have the recording going yet. So for the Zoom, I'm learning all about this newfangled stuff. Thank you, Yvonne.
You're welcome.
Yeah, at 6:20, I get a phone call asking me why there was an ambulance in front of my little old lady friend Helen's house.
Oh, no, really? She all right?
Yeah, she should be arriving in Huntington Hospital.
Oh, boy.
So
Yeah, she's fine.
dehydrated. So we'll talk stars and then I'll.
And then you'll see what's going on.
Yeah, because they won't know.
What's her
anything.
sign? What's her sign? What's her birthday?
9/11/31.
Oh, Virgo. Well, this was a tough week, you know. This was a tough week for accidents and stuff.
For like the whole world.
Yeah, yeah, the whole world really. Yeah.
It's awful. All right, I'm going to start the Zoom recording. And I'll turn let me see if I can. So this is, I'm rather new to all this. Okay. All right. So I don't know how many people are going to join us in the Zoom room tonight, but they'll be, I'm sure, folding in. We're also streaming this through YouTube, through Joann's page, and through my page and my private group. Oh wait, there's some people. Page and through my page and my private group. Oh wait, there's some people. So I've got to turn the volume off. Okay. So hi Terry, you're not in the Zoom room, sweetheart. You're watching the stream. So if you want to hop into the Zoom room, the Zoom room information is on the flyer. And we're just going to start off by welcoming Joann Wolff and welcoming everyone who's here tonight, both in Facebook land and YouTube land. And I'm going to apologize. Flayed by the most adorable little girl in a Princess Elsa costume a couple weeks ago, and she gave me that 2-week virus. So if I cough a little bit tonight, my apologies. We're welcoming tonight Joann Wolff, who is a highly gifted astrologer and intuitive, among other metaphysical gifts. She's my go-to when I get a reading every year. And she's always full of knowledge. I mean, her knowledge just keeps going and going and going. She's taught classes from my office. I've learned so much from her over the years, and yet I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. She is joining us tonight to give us a little bit of an update on the stars, and then also for those of us in the Zoom room, if you can join us in the Zoom room, we'll be definitely going and doing some quick reads. We can try to do the people on Facebook. The problem is the video drag. So I always try to get folks to come in the Zoom room if they want to have a quick spot read. Just for the astrological, you need your birthday and you need a place where you were born and your time. But moving forward, let's talk about generalities, because Joann, I am hearing again and again from my students and my clients and people just calling me up, asking me what's going on. The energy is really affecting sensitive people right now. Does that have anything to do with what the stars are doing?
Absolutely. We have right now, we have 3 planets in the sign of Pisces. We have Jupiter, and we have Mercury, and we have, Mercury just moved into Aries. It just moved into Aries. And we have Neptune. So Pisces is, of course, all about creativity. It's all about spirituality. It's all about, it's all about the depths of emotions. It rules the ocean, among other things. And it can be an enlightening sign but it can also be a very deceptive sign. We could kind of just not know which way to go. You have to think of the ocean when there's turbulence often on the top of because Neptune rules the ocean, Pisces rules the ocean. So there could be a raging storm on the surface of the ocean, but where do the animals go? They go down to the depths where it's calm. So the ocean can have two very, very different environments happening at the same time. And there are so many other things going on. Like this week, in particular, I think it was Wednesday, Mars was in, which is in air. Where is Mars right now? I'm drawing a blank. Mars squared Saturn. Okay, so when Mars squares Saturn, Mars is a planet of action and it's rash, and it clashed with Saturn, which is all about structure. I'm sorry. It was Uranus. It's Uranus that squared Saturn. So Uranus is in Taurus, and it's all about now like discovering new things in very earthy ways in art and all of that, art, farming, medicine, a lot of other things. But Taurus itself, Uranus does not like being in Taurus because Taurus is very traditional. Uranus is a planet of sudden change. Very sudden. When it hit up against Mars in Aquarius, we had the plane crashed in China. We had a horrific accident, a couple of horrific car accidents here on Long Island. You know, we also had an escalation of the war. So in that other side of the world, in Kiev. And so it's like, you know, the energies are very turbulent. And then there is this overlay of this Piscean energy, which we don't know which way to turn. We can escape because Pisces often is an escape. You know, Pisces rules drug addicts and alcoholics. So, you know, people could, and other indulgences. So, you know, people just don't know which way to turn. So some of them become hyper emotional, especially if you're an empath, especially if you're empathic in any way, you're feeling these vibrations very strongly because they are out there. So that's kind of like the overlay of what's been going on. And, it's kind of like we're in it, you know, we're in it. Plus the fact we have Pluto, the planet of ultimate change and transformation and, you know, disruption in all aspects of life is also being activated. So, you know, we're just feeling all of these energies. And for some people, it's very disruptive. It's very disruptive. And so that's what's really going on a very, very broad sense. Now, where this hits you in your personal chart is very personal. You know, some people it won't affect at all because they don't have planets in Capricorn or Taurus or Aquarius. Some people have several, so then they're really, you know, so that's how astrology works. It's all about the energies of the planets in combination with one another, and also on a very mundane, and I don't use mundane meaning trivial, because there is a mundane astrology, which is about political and everyday activities. The United States of America is having what is called a Pluto return. The chart that we have for the United States down in Washington, D.C. right now is the exact same chart that was on July 4th, 1776. And it's a Sagittarius rising. It's a Cancer nation, completely caring all about, you know, rights and caring and brotherhood and all of that, with the Sagittarius rising even more so, looking to find new pathways. But the second house, our values, that's Capricorn. And we have our Pluto there. And we're having what is called a Pluto return. So when you have a Pluto return, Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto disrupts everything that Capricorn rules, which is establishments, which is governments, banking, the church. All traditional establishments are coming under scrutiny big time, big time. And so people are feeling this disruption in their lives too, you know, because they don't know, well, this is the way it always was. Now it's going to be a different, which way is it going to be? Because the Pisces, the Jupiter with the Pisces, Jupiter and Neptune connection in Pisces is like, well, Jupiter amplifies the Pisces, Neptune and Pisces, which is about confusion a lot of the times. What I suggest to everybody is to really try to establish a spiritual practice of some kind, where you take some time to pray or just settle yourself or calm yourself down or meditate or whatever it takes, a walk around the block, just something to get you out of yourself. You have to get out of yourself. You got to turn off the alpha mind. Because I've stopped watching the news. I don't watch the news. You know, I was watching it and then I stopped watching it and then I watch it because I find it too nerve-wracking. It gets to be too nerve-wracking. Mm-hmm. Of course, I want to know what's out there, of course, but I can't take it every day being bombarded, right? You can't. So that's kind of what I suggest to people. Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Yeah. I watch the Weather Channel. I've become like, you know, a really old lady. I watch the Weather Channel. So that's what I watch, the Weather Channel, because I have to know what the weather is. But so those are some of the energies. There's just some of the energies that are coming up. And I kind of like, you know, now next month is going to be a rockin' and rollin' month. Okay. Oh. Because Jupiter is going to move from Pisces, was his ancient, Jupiter ruled Pisces in ancient times. And so it's kind of comfortable there and it likes to stir and expand things up. And now it's going to move into Aries. Once it moves into Aries, it's going to come out of the water. It's going to shake itself off and it's going to want to bake in the sun. So we can expect hotter temperatures, which is a nice thing. And it's also going to be more motivating. We're going to feel more motivated to get involved in things. It's going to be more goal-oriented. Jupiter in Pisces is very dreamy. It's very artistic. It's very, very, very much like, you know, looking to no confrontation. Jupiter in Aries is like, come on. We figured this out. We were trying to get through all of this. Now we're going to do things about it. Jupiter in Aries is very goal-oriented. That's going to happen on April 12th. No, that's going to happen. When does Jupiter go into? Jupiter enters Aries on May 10th. I'm sorry, May 10th.
Oh.
May 10th. No, so next month, Jupiter is going to conjunct Pisces on April 12th. So that could be a really great day for launching any creative projects that people have. It's a great day for love and romance, as long as you don't delude yourself, you know, because, you know, it could be a little, but there's no love without delusion. That's what I tell everybody. You can't see somebody clearly and fall in love with them. You have to be a little deluded. So anyway, so it's a great time for that. It's really a great time for that. And it's at 24 degrees of Pisces. So if anybody has 24 degrees of Pisces in their chart, that could really like start. That's like that's kind of a turning page for them. You know, something new could come into their life that could be very exciting, you know, something in a creative event. Whether they are, you know.
So this is April 12th.
April 12th, that's happening.
And this would be a good day to start.
To start. It's like an opening. New endeavors, yes. It is, it's a day to start. Those couple of weeks from April 12th to May 10th, could be a really nice time to launch something. It could be a nice time to go on a first date. It could be a nice time to talk to your partner about whether we're going to bring children into the world, or are we going to buy a house? Or am I going to take that creative job? Am I going to take the leap? You know, those kinds of things. So all of that could kind of come up for people. And that's a positive. That's a really positive. I mean, you got to snatch it. You got to take it. So, you know, that's kind of a nice thing that could happen. Then on May 10th, when Jupiter goes into Aries, it will stay in Aries until October. So it would be from May to October, we have Jupiter in Aries, and we'll be more goal oriented. We'll be more driven. We'll be more willing to get out and weed the garden. You know, we'll be able to do things, you know, because Pisces kind of makes Yeah.
Isn't
Aries
very
is
action?
innovative. Well, Aries is the sign of spring. It's when everything pops out of the earth. You know, all that stuff in Pisces is going on underground. The seeds are germinating. It's painful, but now it pops out of the earth. All of a sudden, color comes back. The greenery, the colors. So that's Aries. Aries is spring. Aries is springtime fire. It's Prometheus bringing fire to the earth. People become inspired. So you'll see a lot of inspiration and people will be gathering. And hopefully, as long as there is, we can keep this COVID thing under some form of control, people can start to gather again, which is very sorely needed. Okay. But we still have to see where that's going to go, because now there's a new strain and they don't know. And then, so we have to see where that's going to take us. Okay. So let's see. What else can I tell you about what's coming up? What did I make? Oh. In April the end of April opens up the eclipse season. Okay. So at the end of April, we're going to have an eclipse in Taurus. It's going to be on April 30th, and it's going to be in the sign of Taurus, and it's a solar eclipse. So then again, more creativity. Something will come to light. Something will come to light in the Taurian area of your chart. So whether if you're a Taurus sun, moon, or rising, you can expect something kind of is going to be a transformation over the next 2 years in you yourself. Something is changing about you. And it has a lot to do with creativity. Maybe it's just a more creative way of looking at life, but it's something about you yourself are going to be aware. Something's leaving your life, but something's coming in. So see, it could be the kind of thing where you finally sell the house and move to Florida, so you get rid of the residence that you had for the last 30, 40 years, and you take a new one. Or your kid finally leaves for college, and that's the ending of an era of your family. Or you decide to retire from your job. That's an ending in your employment. So it's that kind of a thing. It's an ending and a beginning. All eclipses are all about endings and beginnings. Then 2 weeks later, on May 16th, there is a lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. So especially for empaths and people who have like any kind of psychic ability and any kind of, spirituality, that they really are invested in, that's a really good time for them. They may discover things. They may improve their skills. They also may learn about something, because when you have a lunar eclipse, you sometimes are, something comes to light that you never saw before. Okay. And it's in the sign.
Good or bad?
It depends. It could be a great tip on something. It gives you a new pathway to go down, or you could find out somebody's been deceiving you in some way. And then what do you do with that information? I'm not saying that's going to happen to everybody. It just depends on the chart, but it's always something, because Scorpio is always about seeing with new eyes. Scorpios see things other people don't see because they see it with different eyes, And look at the time of the year. When the leaves fall off the trees, it's a Scorpio time. So suddenly you can see your neighbor's yard. In the summer, you couldn't see it. Now you see it. So it's that kind of thing. The curtain gets lifted. So those are 2 dates that I would kind of just keep an eye out for, because that's coming up like immediately. And it will be repeated again in October, because there will be then a solar eclipse in Scorpio on October 25th. So,
Joann, does that always happen? Because
yes, eclipses come in sets. They come in sets of 2. A solar eclipse followed by a lunar eclipse, or a lunar eclipse followed by a solar eclipse. There are some years when you have 3 sets, and those are very unusual years.
No, what I meant was the lunar eclipse is Scorpio, and then you're saying that the next set of them is going to be in October. Isn't that Scorpio time?
Yes, and the reason for that is because the nodes are in. The north node right now is in Taurus, and the south node is in Scorpio, and they rule the eclipses. The nodes rule the eclipses. So there will always be signs of the nodes.
Okay, so curiosity wise, so then they flip, and then we'll have the solar eclipse in
Scorpio.
and the lunar in
Lunar
Taurus.
eclipse in Taurus, right.
And how about Australia? For my friends down there.
It's
They're
the same
doing the
thing. It's just a different season for them.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So like when we're going into fall on October 25th, they're going into spring.
Right.
You know, they're flipped, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just that their seasons are flipped.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I
So
never knew that. I never put together that.
yeah, you know something, you were the one that made me aware of it. So I looked it up. I said, you know, I never think about Australia, you know, but it's the seasons are flipped. The
Gotcha.
seasons are flipped. And their toilets go down the other way. However, your
that was
toilet
for me,
goes down
everybody.
clockwise or opposite. That's what happens there.
So May 14th is a lunar eclipse, and my daughter's being graduated from med school on 13th. Okay. So
Okay,
hopefully that
so-
goes well.
Well, that's really good for her because Scorpio is kind of, you know, it's kind of an opening salvo in a field where Scorpios makes very good doctors because they see things that other people can't see and they like to solve a mystery. So, you know, if they diagnose a patient and if it's a surgeon, that surgeon will have a certain way of approaching the operation, or if it's not a surgeon, that doctor may have a certain way of ordering, you know, a prescription of treatment for that patient. You know, they often are very attracted to research because Scorpios also make great cops. They make great detectives because they leave no stone unturned. They never let you know that they're doing it though, because they're very secretive. So, you know.
Yeah, and I'm a Gemini, so I'm like wide open.
Yes, right.
Transparent. And I just,
and
yeah.
they'll love you,
Scorpios
and they will love you, and they'll be amused by you and stuff, but they won't behave the way you do. No. They play everything very close to the vest. They play very, very close to the vest. They keep everything. But Scorpio, for her, she's graduating at that time. That's a whole new thing of her life. She's entering a whole new, you know, she's taking the next step in her career.
Yeah.
And this is very exciting, especially that the Taurus, you know, the one 2 weeks before, also a new step in her career. Because Taurus is all about money. There's a bull on Wall Street for a reason. The bull was always an animal of wealth.
Oh, I never thought of that.
The rich man owned the bull. The king owned the bull. So that's what it is. You know, it's the symbolism. That's why the golden calf, they worshipped it. It brought in money, ching. So that's what that's about. Okay. So those are the eclipses that are happening. They're both happening in Taurus and in Scorpio. So just keep an eye out for them where they fall in your chart, where it may be something that could be happening that could help you. You could use the energy of it, you know, or if something comes about that you didn't expect, again, you could still use the energy of it. Let's see.
Alice T, I think you're raising your hand. Did you have a question, sweetheart?
Yeah, if somebody has questions, please jump in.
I don't think I was raising my hand, but hello. Thank you for calling me. Okay, I have a question. What degree are these? Does it matter what degree these?
Okay, here, I'm going to tell you. The first one on April 30th is 28 degrees of Scorpio. Of Taurus, rather, sorry. It's 28 degrees. And then on May 16th, it's at 18 degrees of Scorpio. So when you look at your chart, if you have any planets at 28 degrees or 18 degrees, they are activated by these eclipses, especially if you have anything Scorpio, 15 degrees of Scorpio, 20 degrees of Scorpio, 25 degrees of Taurus, a couple of degrees above and below, the impact is it's strong. Okay. But any planets in those degrees are also activated. Okay. So that's how it works.
So Joann, I have another question. You're telling us, the the different dates that are coming up real soon. You and I were chatting, what is it, back in Thanksgiving time, and we knew that there was going to be some kind of political explosion, remember? Does the stars give you any light as to like maybe when this war is going to fizzle out? Oh, wait a minute. Somehow we muted you, or you muted you. Joanne, you're muted somehow.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know how that happened.
I might have done that because I was
Okay.
muting Alice after she spoke.
Oh, right. Yes. April is going to be a really crucial time. In April, when Jupiter meets Neptune, that day, that could be very crucial in the war, because Neptune actually, Neptune in Pisces, does rule pestilence and war, and Jupiter is an amplifier. So we could see something really amplified in the middle of April on one of the sides. The other thing that is disturbing is that Neptune rules, Pisces rules noxious gases. And there's been a lot of that stuff being thrown around that there may be the use of that.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a thing. And that's at 24 degrees of Pisces. So I don't know what the Ukraine's chart is. I don't know what Russia's chart is. I don't really follow it.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but
no, but there is something that's going to come up, and it has been sort of predicted that Putin is going to be facing some really big challenges, and that he might actually be removed. But how, I don't know. So, and I don't quote me on it, but just keep an eye out.
I don't think someone is watching my Zoom channel.
Well, listen, that war, the first Saturn Uranus square. Let's see, did I write all of them down? Yeah, I did. Here, it's on this page. No, it's on this page. Oh, no. On our Pluto return, okay? On February 20th of this month, of February 20th of this year, rather, Pluto came to 27 degrees of Capricorn, and it hit the United States' Pluto at 27 degrees of Capricorn, okay? And Putin invaded the Ukraine a day later. Okay, so now we're going to have that 27 degrees hit again. It's going to be hit on June 22nd, and then there's going to be another one on December 10th. So we could see the war escalate or end, or there'll be things about people being displaced. There could be a mass evacuation from Russia, from the Ukraine. I don't know, whatever's going to go on there, it's going to be kind of wild. It could be kind of wild.
I know there's people trying to leave Russia now.
Yes, people are trying to leave Russia. So that's what's going on there. That's what's going on there. And that all has to do with the Pluto return. Now, it also brings up, things happening for us in our country, as far as, who's going to run? Are we still going to forget about this thing that the election was stolen? Are the people going to come in, be, punished for the January 6th insurgents? All this political stuff is going to be like churning up for us. All of it's going to be churning up for us. And it's going to be very, very much in the media and all around us, because it's our country, it's undergoing a tremendous change. And we see it all the time, we're seeing it. There's the first Black woman who's going to be brought to the Supreme Court, so there's those kind of positive changes that maybe she can bring something new to the table and change the course of our history. And it's all because our history changed back in 1776, and we're undergoing it again. Of course, on a different level, because, we don't have a king, and, and we don't have, we formed our own country, but, there's issues of taxation that are going to come up. That's going to be really big for people. There's issues of education, taxation, the church, all that. This is all coming under scrutiny. This is all coming under scrutiny during these times. So hopefully the war will end there quickly. Hopefully people will come to their senses and, get a resolution there. But certainly, okay, this is how it works. Here we have this. The one thing that we have is that Pluto in Capricorn kind of likes Neptune in Pisces, because Capricorn and Pisces, they get along okay. And then we have Saturn, which is like in Aquarius, and that's kind of like crashing into the Pluto in its squares. It's crashing into the Pluto. The Uranus, rather, is crashing into it. But at the same time, we have great humanitarian efforts going on.
Sorry.
Okay, are you okay?
Yeah, I caught something from a sweet little 4-year-old dressed in Princess Elsa. I was out with Heidi. She visited and we went for lunch, and I was slayed by Princess Elsa.
Oh, okay. She gave you a little cough. It's been known to happen. It's been known to happen. So
won't affect any of you guys because you are sitting comfortably on the other side of your Zoom screens. All right, this is a good thing for Zoom.
So getting back to that Neptune in Pisces, which has Jupiter there, humanitarian efforts are gathering. Like, in other words, sometimes it takes great tragedies to bring people together. So these two things are kind of like floating side by, one over the other, So, there's great humanitarian efforts to get the people out of the Ukraine and those that are displaced to get them placed somewhere. And so that's going on too. And then there will be weather events also, which is a whole other thing that's going to be happening too, because we're going to see tremendous shifts in our weather.
Oh,
with storms and stuff. Okay.
all right. Listen, you know what? Let's take a sec and see if one of the folks in the Zoom room here, does anybody have their date of birth, etc.?
Okay.
How about you, Jim? Do you know your date of birth? I'm sorry, I just need to have you unmute.
There you go. May 1st, 1964.
And then where you were born.
New York City.
New York City. Okay. Well, now I sort of can't look it up because I'm using my phone to do the streaming and I'm using the Zoom to do this. So you're a Taurus.
Yeah.
So this stuff has really got an effect on you, Booby. This is making some major shifts in your life. 1964, New York City. You don't know your time, do you?
I think it was 6:15 a.m.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. Well, I would have to get off the stream to look it up. Could I do that and come back?
I don't know. That's up to you.
Well, what do you have to look it up?
I have to look it up. I want to look up, I only have an ephemeris for these years here. My other ephemeris is at home. So I couldn't find out where his planets are. But I would say just in general, if I place, Taurus, I do it 0. You have these eclipses that are coming up, Jim, are going to affect you in some form in your life. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know where you are in your life, if you're looking at some serious life changes, but you have Uranus and Taurus. So somewhere between now and 2025, when I think Uranus finally leaves Taurus, you're going to be an entirely different person.
That's interesting.
Something about your life is going to change tremendously. Not necessarily bad. I mean, it could be something that you've encouraged and you're nurturing. Okay. So that's kind of, what it could be, but you will be you may even live in an entirely different place.
That's interesting.
So I don't know what's going on, if you're thinking about that or whatever.
I'm sorry, Winter?
Jim, you're starting to build your own practice, right? You're going in that.
Yeah, I'm leaving one job. So there's a lot in the works.
Oh, okay. So you are. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I'm a therapist, so I'm leaving. I work for the city too, so I'm leaving that and working full time.
As a therapist?
Yeah. I work-
Well, these eclipses that are coming up are really going to encourage you to do that.
Oh,
And it
okay.
probably is a good time for you to do it.
Yeah, it was good to hear because it's very nerve wracking. I'll tell you that.
Of course it's nerve-wracking. Of course it's nerve-wracking, but it is the time
In
for
a
you
good
to-
way.
No, of course, because look, first of all, as a Taurus, you don't like to change things. You like everything to stay pretty much status quo. You like to go to your job. You like to do this on Saturday night. You like to do that. You know, Taurus loves ritual. It loves ritual. It loves its creature comforts. So anytime employment is kind of like, you know, thought about changing. What do you mean? I'm not going to go to the
Right.
same place every day. Where's my paycheck going to come from? You know, all of that stuff comes up for
Oh,
Taurus.
yeah, big time.
Yeah, it does. It comes up big time. But these eclipses, one in, you know, in Taurus and the other one in Scorpio. So if I put your sun on the ascendant, then it would be in your relation. You probably can build up a really nice practice.
Well, that'd be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would sleep better than.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, you got to get yourself out there. You got to do it. You got to get involved with it, and you got to do it more and more. And you will. You could probably be very successful at it.
Oh, thanks. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. You want to delve into it a little bit further? You know, you can get in touch with me and we could do a private.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I will. Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome. And again, sorry, everybody. This has really slayed me. And my coughing was under control today, but it's just come back with a vengeance. So I hope you guys don't catch it. It is going around on Long Island. Terry Hagan said she would like to have some insight. Miss Wolff.
Yes, please, Joanne.
Oh, Joe, you want some insight?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, you know, you're going through a very turbulent time. I know that for a fact. So, you know, Tara, why don't you just call me up and we can discuss it privately?
Okay.
Okay, because I think that, you know, it would take too much time right now. And, you know, I don't have your chart in front of me. So, you know, I just would like to say that, you know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you will get through this.
Okay.
You will, because you're a Capricorn, and Capricorns always get through everything. No matter how much they bitch and moan, they get through everything. There are two signs in the zodiac that always make it to the top: Capricorn and Scorpio. You can't kill them. They just keep coming back. They can take it and take it and take it, and they do. So please get in touch with me. Get in touch with me and we'll go into it a little bit more. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Something that I wanted to mention too is that on July 31st of this year, the North Node is going to conjunct Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So that is going to be like life-changing events could happen, and they're almost like fated, because anytime something hits a node, it's a fated event. So depending on where Taurus is in your chart, it would be that area of your life. Okay, so that's going to happen on July 31st. But the energy of it you will feel for a week before and a week after. Doesn't necessarily on that day. But it could be very, very fortunate though, because it's hitting the North Node. It's something you should be doing. Okay. So that's where that is something that I wanted to mention to everyone. Okay, is there anybody else wanting to ask any questions or?
Yes, we have first Linda, and then I'll get to Elaine. So Linda, unmute yourself. And if you have a general question, because I think Joann doesn't have her, what do you call those?
Ephemeris.
Ephemeris.
Okay. Will my financial situation get better.
Well, when's your birthday?
So I'm a triple Gemini, May 24th, 1952, born at 7:05 a.m.
Okay, okay, so you're triple Gemini.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when Jupiter moves into Aries, Jupiter moves into Aries. When Jupiter in May, kind of around your birthday, which is kind of like, your power time anyway. Every time the sun goes into your sun sign, that's your power time. So that's the time to strike. That's the time when anything that's benefic is going to come through. Do you work?
Yes, I do.
All right. Are you thinking of changing your job?
I'm not changing my job, but trying to do something besides, to make extra money because it's getting harder.
Yes, it is. It's getting very hard. Okay, so what are your talents? That's what you have to explore. You're a Gemini. You probably can do a lot of good things. You probably can do a lot of things.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes,
as far as that's concerned, you have to tap into that Gemini creativity. And when Jupiter goes into Aries, that will kind of ease up, Jupiter in Neptune is kind of like your good luck is sort of like being washed away. When it moves into Aries, you'll get fired up and you'll find opportunities to bring new money in.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Think of it like that. Think of it like that. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
You will. You will.
Okay, great.
Good question, Linda.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're going to move to Elaine.
Hi, everybody. I have a question. I'm a Pisces moon. I'm a Taurus, not a moon, Pisces sun, Taurus moon, and Gemini ascendant. Okay, you had said before, and I just came in at the end, that there's going to be things going on. I believe you said in April.
Well, let's see. In April, what do you have? What do you have that's in Taurus? Your moon?
Yes.
Okay, so April 30th is going to be a solar eclipse in Taurus.
Okay.
So it might be on your moon. And that's going to affect you by your, emotionally, you're going to be sort of thinking about what makes you happy, what satisfies you, what have you been doing for others that has no return? And, how am I going to change that? How am I going to make that better for myself? You will always.
And I'm just wondering if it's a good move or not.
Well, where are you moving to?
South Carolina.
Okay. Why wouldn't it be a good move?
Well, I'm leaving everything over here.
Well, that's because you have a Taurus moon, and Taurus does not like change and
Right.
doesn't like leaving everything. Taurus likes to take everything with it. Taurus is a pack rat, and Taurus can't have enough luggage, can't have enough of things to take with it. So this solar eclipse is going to make you say, okay, I really didn't need 4 collections of China. I really could just go with the one collection that I really love. That kind of thing. And you're going to be moving into a community, obviously, right?
Yes, I am.
So you have whole new opportunities. Your rising is what?
My rising is Gemini, and I'm a Pisces.
You're a Pisces. Okay. So with the Pisces, the Gemini rising. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, you're on the move. Of course you're on the move. Gemini is going to be all fired up with this Jupiter in Aries. And it's time for you to do it.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is time for you to do it. Because with the Pisces, you kind of, are you moving alone? Are you moving with your family?
With my husband. My family is down there.
Oh, this is perfect for you.
Well, some of my family is down there, not all of them.
All right. Well, you have to do what's good for you and your husband. It's time for you and your husband to enjoy these years.
Right.
And that's what these eclipses are saying. These eclipses are saying it's time to give up all of that you've done for others, because you're very giving. You're a very, very giving person, and you can give to everybody. You can exhaust yourself, especially with the Gemini rising. You got to give, and the Pisces makes you so caring. You just want to help and help and help. Now it's time for you to time for you to get your mani-pedis. It's time for you to hang out. It's time for you to play nasta or whatever the hell you like to do. Go for walks with your husband. Go smooch. Go do what you have to do to make your life enjoyable. Really, it's time. It's time.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Good luck. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And you don't have to deal with winter. Oh my God, how fabulous.
It's true.
Excuse me?
It's true. It's true.
No, not winter Brook, the winter season winter.
Oh, I know.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Not winter Brook.
Sorry, I
No.
wanted to catch you on that one.
The season. No,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, no, it's meant to be. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's meant to be. And anybody
Oh.
else? Or?
Yes, Heidi, I'm sure you have a question, dear.
Hi there, Winter. Hello, Joann.
Hi, how you doing? How you
I'm doing well. I'm well. Yeah, there's so many things. I don't know, maybe something general. What do you see over the next year for me?
Well, I forgot. What's your sign?
So I am a Cancer. I was born on June 26th at 9:25 a.m. in Syosset.
Okay. Call me privately too. I want you to call me privately because I'll give you a little heads up on what any area you want to know. Because I can't go into it, other than very general. So,
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on? We're having a book published. I know that.
Yes, the book is being published. The spiritual business is moving along, and
Yeah.
it just sort of feels, I described to somebody today, it feels like I moved down here to North Carolina 3 years ago. It feels like I'm just pivoting 90 degrees. It just feels like this pivot is just about done, and it feels like I'm just about to really fully march in that direction.
Yes, you are. You are. Because, just putting your sun on the ascendant, you have Capricorn in the 7th house. So Pluto is there. You're transforming yourself and new people are coming in. You're going to meet a tremendous amount of new people and they're going to be on it. And Pluto is Pluto forces you to get a spiritual practice. Pluto wants you to see that all of these sneakers and these cars and these things that we have to acquire in life are caca. And that what really counts is our growth spiritually and how we relate to other people and how we help others. So you're doing it. You're on that path. So you will get the rewards.
Perfect.
Okay.
I appreciate
but
it.
if you call me, please do call me.
I will.
And
Absolutely.
we'll
I'd
go
love to
over it.
chat and catch up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you.
All right? Okay.
Okay, and I saw Yvonne stick your hand up in the middle of my coughing spasms. I feel so bad. So I'm just going to keep muting myself, and luckily Joann can handle the show.
I'm sorry you're so sick.
This is for
right.
2 weeks.
I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say I'm a Scorpio.
Why? I know Scorpios get such a bad rap. They get
I know. I'm really a good person.
I know you are. Well, listen.
Yeah, she's one of my besties.
You have these eclipses taking place in your sign. So, again,
Right.
you too. The sign of the eclipse in the tarot is the death card. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at the Rider-Waite, the traditional tarot, there's the knight on the horse. The king is dead, but then in front of them is the sun, and there's the new king or queen. So it's transformation. Eclipses are tremendously transformative. What do you do? Are you involved in spirituality in any way, shape, or form?
Yes.
Because I don't know you. Okay.
Right. I am.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Okay.
I don't know what I am. What am I? Winter Brook.
You're a Reiki master.
Right.
Ah.
And she's also a fantastic intuitive and a medium.
Okay. Well, this is all going to you're really going to pop with this. You're really going to pop with this with these eclipses because they're in your sign. And then they're in the opposite sign, the Taurus. So the eclipses will bring money in. They'll bring more money in through it. You may find that your practice expands, or that you're willing to be more expansive with it. So,
Okay.
with the gifts you give out, you will receive the gifts back.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what's going to be going on for you. That'll be going on for you in the immediate. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. One of the other things I did want to mention as I was reviewing the year was that, these Uranus Saturn squares really create very tense times. Oh, also, what did you say you were, who was the Gemini rising lady? Did she leave? Anyway, yeah.
Gemini
Okay.
rising.
Mars is going to go retrograde in Gemini in October through the first of the year. So during that time, you may find yourself very nostalgic for your old life. Okay. It's just a thing you have to go through. It's just a process you have to go through. Okay. And you're going to get through it.
Okay.
All right. So I'm giving you a heads up. Don't get down on yourself. You did make the right decision, but you could get very the old neighborhood, that kind of thing.
Not to inspire. I wanted to ask you about spirituality too, because I'm very spiritual and I do tarot.
Okay.
And I'm moving over there and I'm just wondering if I'm going to do well in South Carolina.
Why wouldn't you?
With the spirituality.
With the spirituality? Well, first you got to find your little network of friends and then you got to branch out and you're going to do it.
Everybody's on Zoom now.
Yeah.
I know.
Everybody is.
So it doesn't matter where you end up.
Yeah.
And Gemini rising people have to have more than one career in their life. They have to. It's just written in the stars.
There's Linda picking her thumb up. Yep.
Yeah, no, it's the truth. You have to. You just have to. Okay.
Right, so I have a fun question for you.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have this new kitten, the Bengal, Bailey Bengal, and she was born June 19th of 2021.
I
don't in Pennsylvania, Carlisle, Pennsylvania. But maybe you can give us a little astrological insight about her.
Well, I can give you a little. She was born June. What? June
19th, right before my birthday.
Right. Wow. So she's your soul sister. June 19th. June 19th. Okay. So she's 27 degrees of Gemini, and she has a Libra moon. So she's a sweetie. She's a sweetie.
Is.
Let's see. She has a Libra moon. She has her Mercury is in Gemini.
Would that make her chatty?
Yes.
Oh, she's nonstop chatty.
Yeah. Yeah. Mercury in Gemini never shuts up.
Nope, she doesn't. She's also a Bengal, but
yeah, never shuts up. It'll purr, it'll talk to you, it'll let you know. She has a Venus in Gemini also. So, she's more willing to love more than one person.
Oh, that's good, because she sleeps with my daughter, but she comes, she's not here now, but she lays with all the other cats.
Yes, she likes it. But she has her Mars in Leo, so she's a little bit of a queen and she likes her own way. But she's very sweet about it.
Because she doesn't like, if we give her food she doesn't like, she puts up a very vocal fuss.
No, she's a real sweetheart. She has some really
nice. If we pick her up, she doesn't like to be held. She always wants her freedom.
She likes to be stroked, though.
Yes,
she likes to be stroked. With Mars in Leo, she likes her back stroked. No, you can't contain her. You can't contain her. There's too much Gemini. It makes her bristle. She can come to you, but you can't go to her.
She likes to touch us when she's laying.
Yeah.
But she doesn't like to be held because she
doesn't like to be.
She's not going to go anywhere. She doesn't like to not have the ability to go when she wants to go.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Because she's got all that Gemini. She's got like a lot of planets in Gemini. So she's like a free spirit. She's a free spirit with a lovely moon and a lovely Mars. So she'll let you know what she wants. Absolutely. And she's perfect match for you.
She likes to show off. I taught her how to use one of those big wheels. I got one secondhand. Great bargain.
Well, that's the Mars and Leo. She wants to be the
now she's on it and she's like chirping away. So we watch her. She'll like stop and look at us. So we watch. And like a little girl practicing her ballet.
Yeah. You gotta watch the
Leo in her. Okay.
That's the Leo in her. She wants to be acknowledged like that.
Awesome. So I just thought that might be fun to end on asking about.
One thing though I want to end on,
Our
one thing
baby.
that I have to tell you people about, because I got to tell you about it. And it's not such a happy thing, but I have to tell you about it. You know, you see this Uranus Saturn square this week with such craziness. Well, there's going to be another one, and it's going to be on Christmas Eve. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be a rough Christmas. So I would say to people, you know, try to keep yourself as calm as possible. If there's a relative you really can't stand, don't invite them for Christmas dinner. And the other thing is that there could be extreme breakdowns or breakthrough in the family around that time. So just a heads up, it's a particularly tense day. The holidays are always tense, but with this energy at Christmas, it's not a great idea to, you know, invite any loose cannons to your Christmas dinner table.
Thank you for the heads up on that.
Yeah.
And I think maybe taken is going to be the call for the day, at least at my house, so nobody will be frustrated from cooking. I do want to mention to anybody that's watching, before we say goodnight to Joann, I am going to be doing a meet and greet with your spirit guides on Zoom through the Amityville Library. So you just need to connect with them and they will register. There's no cost. It's April 26th. And watch my Facebook page for additional interviews. On April 12th, I'm going to be doing Spirit Chat with Mari, and we'll be talking about animal communication. And I'm going to be doing another one of these next month. I'm a little behind because of this cold, but I will send out who's going to be my guest for next month. So I want to thank everyone for stopping in.
Oh, thank you.
I want to thank Joann for giving of her time and her expertise tonight. My apologies for coughing through most of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you all a very peaceful few months as we go through these lunar eclipses, solar eclipses. And remember, April 12th, Joann told us, is a good day to start creative endeavors through May 10th. April 30th is your solar eclipse, and the lunar eclipse is May 14th. So watch for new insights about yourself. And the 31st of July is going to be a little dicey. And Christmas Eve, keep it simple, folks, and keep it peaceful. So thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Joann.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. It's good to see you, Joann. Marta, we'll chat soon.
same
Feel
here.
better.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joann.
Thank you.
Okay.
Feel better.